Just the front.
Hey, I'm Justin. Why y'all on me right now? You're white for your
This is a show about Justin today.
Zoom in.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, God.
Hey, I'm Justin.
I'm so white.
I'm Candace and I am brown.
Oh, I'm Madeline.
I'm cold and white.
I'm Madeline. I am also white.
Way to make those identity claims.
Black.
So,
In case you couldn't
how was
tell.
everybody's spring break? What you guys do?
My spring break was awesome. I went to DC, went to apartment hunting. Awesome. So not beach awesome, but it was awesome.
If y'all think apartment hunting's awesome, call in and let us know.
If you're in the real world, also call in. Let us know.
Cole, did you do anything fun actually?
I went to Chattanooga.
And
I saw Rock City.
that's funny.
You saw Rock City?
Have you ever been to Rock City?
No.
How dare you be in Tennessee and not have ever gone to Rock City?
What is Rock City?
Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Rock City,
on
bitch.
you.
Rock City, bitch. What?
Shame, poppy shame.
I'm
Is that
so
what you said? Did you
confused.
say rock?
It's just rack. No.
Okay, I
It
didn't
was
think
a
so.
play on words. You are. Maddie, what did you do this break?
I went
That
home,
would be cool.
so it was a nice relaxing break.
Home is
Home is
Vegas.
Vegas.
by the way.
Vegas.
She went into Vegas.
Home is
Still
Vegas.
relaxing. Didn't go out and party, even though
Okay,
I
I
should
guess I
have.
have to have enough fun for all of us, because y'all suck. I went to South Beach, Miami, lived it up, partying, shaking life. What's up? It was a great time.
What? Where'd you go?
Miami.
Why would you go there?
How did I not go there?
How did you not get? Did you get shot?
South Beach?
What?
It's a bunch of college students
Oh, never mind.
on spring break. Okay, yes, my shirt's tight. All right.
What have you heard about
This was the last
Miami?
minute wardrobe change.
Keeping
The
my
shirt
feet
didn't
up.
work out. Okay.
Why didn't the shirt work out, Justin?
Anyway, so today's
Look at
topic.
previous episodes.
Today's topic is how to give head, and we are going to educate y'all on how to do that. So should we start off with giving head to a guy, giving head to a girl?
I don't know. Flip a coin.
Flip a coin.
I always like to start with the girl.
Girls are more
My
complicated.
boyfriend.
I think we should start with the girl.
Of the girl, okay. Let's spend the
just
first
fair.
15
And then we can end
minutes
with
or
a
so
bang.
talking about how to give head to a girl, and the last 15 we'll talk about how to give head to a guy. So, head to a girl. Well, let the girl speak.
No, let the guy speak first. Let us hear what you think should go on.
Well,
I love
okay.
that idea.
Oh.
That's a great idea. Okay.
So, AKA, just put me on the spot right here. Since
You know what? I will weigh in on this. You go ahead. You go first, though. I will
Yeah.
weigh in on this.
I am dying right here. Can you quit touching me? That'd be great. All
All
right.
right. To yourself, miss. Little girl.
So,
Young lady.
I want to give my whole technique out to the
I mean,
masses, then
Give
that
a
technique.
general technique, and we'll tell you if
Wait,
you're doing
so-
it right.
Wait, so you're pretending like it's a secret because you really don't know what you're doing, right?
No, I'm telling you it's a secret because I like
He
my
knows what
technique.
he's
and I don't
doing.
want everybody else to have my technique.
All right.
Okay, generally speaking, I would say that first you want to.
Hello, SexRX.
This question's for Candace.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
Do girls like it when you lick their butthole?
I've
Hi, thank
actually-
you for that question.
I've actually never had that done, and I don't think that I would like it, but I think some girls do, maybe. It depends on your girl.
Yeah.
You get
Personally,
points
that
for
just kind of
adventurousness.
weirds me out.
Yeah, I think it would. Yeah, it would weird me
Some
out.
girls like it. That is very sensitive tissue.
Yes, very sensitive tissue has a lot of nerve endings there, and the girls into that, then I would say go for it. But I
Very
would.
sensitive tissue, and it's clean. Usually.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea. I'm saying
I know exactly who it was, but
who is that?
I'm not gonna throw a name out there like that. But cool.
I have no clue.
So like I said, generally speaking, I would the main goal is the initial goal is to make sure the vagina
Is that
area
person go to Vanderbilt?
Yes, can you let me, you asked me to give my explanation here on my technique, and then I keep on getting interrupted here. Okay,
You
this
don't have to
shirt's
give away
fucking
your
tight,
secrets.
God damn. Okay, generally speaking, I want to make sure that the vagina is wet before getting too aggressive with it, especially the more sensitive spots. So I would normally kiss on, like maybe the navel or maybe the inner thighs and the outer and the outer lips until it starts getting wet. How am I doing so far?
So your first sort of step is to make sure that the girl is wet.
Properly stimulated for more aggressive interaction.
It helps if
how
there's already
wet
blood
is
flow
wet?
down there.
How wet is wet?
Not dry.
I mean, guess not. Yeah, pretty much not dry. Not that if I'm trying to do things that involve friction, that it's
Hurtful.
Thanks. Did y'all hear that? Did you hear that twang?
I'm from the South. Okay,
Thanks.
not a problem
You are
too.
interrupting your show.
Fine.
You are.
Continue.
Candace. Anyway, so then
Anyways.
once
I'm
it,
gonna bitch slap you tomorrow.
Whoa. What did you guys do over the break? Because y'all are just completely.
oh, you know.
All right.
But
Undercover brother. I knew it.
But not.
Just confirmed it. I don't ask or tell. I just know.
Fair enough. So then, like I said, once it gets properly lubricated for more aggressive actions, then it gets kind of depends on how I feel. Normally, I like to focus on the clitoral area when it comes to my tongue and sucking or whatnot. But I'm also open to diving into other areas just to kind of switch things up every now and then, keep the flare up. A couple of techniques I've heard from. Sometimes try it
Take a
myself, sometimes try it not. I'm gonna roll here, all right?
I see.
Don't stop the flow.
I
like this monologue,
I
yeah.
like the knowledge
Yes.
here, all right?
Go.
One, you can try doing the ABCs with your tongue on the clip. Make sure your tongue is actually on the clip. That's kind of important.
Yeah,
That
that's very
sounds
important.
Really.
Yeah. So obviously, yeah,
creative.
that's actually a key
Wait, is
thing,
that a
though.
slow thing or is that a?
How do you do that with your tongue?
I mean, it could vary.
Do you just? How do you do it?
I've never heard of that before.
Do you go?
Camera's on Justin. Justin.
Do you,
Why is the camera
Demonstrate
off?
today.
Y'all been talking right
No, we weren't. You were on the roll. I'm on the roll. Demonstrate.
I didn't put
now. Hey, y'all two switch.
Y'all two switch. Jesus. That's bitch.
But now,
Okay, is it like? Is it like?
you don't.
Are you saying it while you're?
You don't say ABCs while you're there, okay? You move your tongue as you're writing the ABCs and the clitoris.
No, you just hum into it, Cole.
Wow.
I get it. Okay. Do you go all the way to Z?
I mean, I guess depends.
And then do you start with the numbers
Did
or
you start
the?
reading the Greek alphabet?
I mean, I
symbols?
guess it depends. That's one thing that I've heard. I didn't say that I
What
necessarily
about
do that.
pictures?
What Chinese
What
characters?
about pictures? What are you talking about?
Chinese characters.
Chinese
anyways.
characters, yeah. So,
Also, I think another important part, this is
I'm
both for
writing
males and
pictures volume to my
females,
tongue.
but to provide some kind of pressure and or suction to the area, not just straight tongue.
That's not good
That's not good.
Yeah.
So,
at all.
No.
man, those are my general rules. I can go into more details, but I think right now it's good to hear from
That
the
wasn't
girls.
detailed.
Okay,
Okay,
so
I
I have
can
a couple
give
of
a lot more
questions
detail.
for you. I have a couple
Can we
of
hear
questions.
from the girls about the girls?
No, I have.
Can we
I,
hear from
I wanna hear
y'all about
Cole's
the girl's
question.
vagina?
I have. You know what? I do not have vagina experience.
I didn't say you didn't.
You are totally discounting me, and
I'm
I
not
feel
discounting you.
marginalized.
I'm sorry. I apologize, Cole. Yes, please continue.
So, do people? I mean, how deep do you go into the actual vagina?
How
To the
drunk am I?
uterus.
What?
How drunk am I?
How drunk
Oh,
are you?
God.
Excuse me.
This one's an
Like,
animal.
do you put your nose in there? Does it smell weird?
I don't feel any need to put my nose in there. I don't feel any need to go down on a girl that has a weird odor.
Okay, fair. I mean, so but most of your, from whatever it is, however it is you want to phrase it, mostly clitoral for you.
Yes.
Yes?
Mostly, yes.
Are you ever vaginal?
I do dib and dabble in the vagina.
How does that dib and dabble?
Dib and dabble.
How
I
does
think
that
that's
work?
a good strategy. It just mixes things up a little bit.
It up a
Yeah.
little bit, you know? It's not the same thing every single time.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that.
Thank you. So, what other advice do we have from those that have vaginas?
A little dibbling is nice.
No
A
dibbling?
little nibbling.
So wait, are you
Yes, tell us.
Alright.
are you
you
working with the
nibbling?
fingers at the same time? Nibbling? Oh no.
Nibbling up?
Not on the like the clit.
Or
Like,
like on the lips?
Inner thigh. Ooh.
Not even nibble on the inner thigh?
Inner thigh's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
lips are okay.
Just don't teeth.
People have their preferences. Maddie doesn't like teeth.
Alright, so be careful. If you're gonna be a nibbler, make sure
Be
that
sensitive.
Yeah, I mean,
she's a
if you're gonna try it really
Nibbler or
soft
nibbler.
first, and then if
No,
she's
'cause
like, "What are you doing?" Exactly, communication is
That's
the
a great
key.
thing too. Like when you're doing something right, you can probably tell, or the girl should at least be smart enough to make sure that she lets you know.
Or maybe you should be
It depends
smart
on your
enough to
comfort level with
ask.
the person too. Like you might not be as.
Maybe you should be
No.
smart.
But I would imagine if they're
Okay,
comfortable
look.
enough to like have their face in your legs.
I'm just saying though,
that would probably-
if the guy's down there for like 30, 45 seconds, is not hitting a single one of your spots, and then he finally does, and you don't let him know, and then he moves on, then that's on you.
fair, but like it also has to be an open communication
You
kind of
don't
relationship.
do your orgasm. That's on you.
Maddie,
It's not always.
Yes.
what do you like?
I mean, I like it all, almost all. I don't know.
It
It's
tells me absolutely nothing.
No,
Clear as
it
mud.
doesn't.
let's go back to my question that never got
sorry,
answered.
what's the
Do you
question?
work the fingers too at the same time?
It just depends. From my experience, I've had some girls that like the finger and clitoral stimulation at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Some girls prefer just the clitoral, so it just kind of depends on how she's feeling it.
See,
It
because
also
I
depends,
won't.
like,
I never have an orgasm without that.
without the finger.
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah,
That's
it's
very
just
personal.
We're opposite.
See, also for me though, or I think for any guy, the angle for the hands while you're down there is awkward as fuck.
Yeah.
It's
it
a
is.
super awkward angle. You're like right there, and then you're bending your arm up all the way over here, and you're trying to get some kind of motion going. It's not the easiest thing to do.
I mean, there are a lot of things dealing with sex that are awkward, but then the end result is
You
awesome.
That's
So
how it works,
it's
so-
okay to deal with a little bit of
Yeah, work for it.
awkwardness.
I'm saying that don't think if he's down there for like 5-10 minutes at a time that his wrist is not feeling some sort of discomfort and pain.
Oh, I
Because it's
don't
all
think
about him.
I don't think it for a minute.
I'm not saying it's all about him. I'm just throwing out pros and cons to different techniques that are being discussed.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm on a roll. Let's go. Sorry, I got
Okay.
excited.
I have some questions about how gentle do you have to be with the clitoris? Yeah, guys talking about sex. What?
What up?
What?
What?
Bitches. Okay.
He did. That was awkward.
What, y'all?
Anyways,
So how
Depends on the girl.
depends on the girl.
Yeah.
So why am I asking
I mean,
these
it's
questions?
such a sensitive area. You don't want to be like
No, you don't.
rough with it.
She's just,
When you did
Yeah.
this, Pete, when you did this.
Give a nice little thump.
No. No. Knees at your feet.
No. I would love to see what a girl did to you if you tried that.
Thumb your dick.
All right.
Remember, you ever seen Blowjob Girl
No.
in college?
Yes. Yes.
I do this thing with my hands, guys like it a lot.
Wait,
Like
hold up.
this.
Okay, we'll have to transition over here.
Can we get another call, please?
So, like, y'all don't have any more advice for how to give head to a girl?
Yeah,
Just
you
talk
guys,
to the girl.
let's be more creative.
Talk to the girl.
ABC,
I mean,
that was really cool.
The
ABCs
key.
is a good. It's
Yeah,
good.
that's an interesting trick. I don't know if it works. Never
But at some
personally
point,
had
like
it done,
a
but-
repetition works too, and ABCs is not a repetition.
See,
Like, a
the thing
repetition.
is, though, is that it's not
Fast
repetition,
repetition.
but the general strokes of a letter on such a small surface you really can't tell the difference necessarily. But I do
It just
understand
keeps
what
you
you're saying.
occupied.
It keeps the guy occupied, but not
I
having
mean, that
to
makes
pick it
sense,
up and down,
'cause
up
it's
and down,
like-
over and over again.
Yeah. Because then you have
Circles
like,
are
you
nice.
go,
What else?
you have a
Circles.
process that you're going
Circles.
through, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all in your head. It's
Candace
not like the
says
girl's
circles are
going,
nice.
we're at
Oh,
F.
he's at
So,
J now.
now we're at
Is he
J.
gonna dot the I?
Hey, trust me, as a girl, even if you've had it done on you before, you probably wouldn't be able to tell. It's because your clitoris isn't that. I mean, it's not like a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
But all right. So
your tongue is not a
hopefully that
pencil.
advice helped out. Some key points there. Make sure she gets wet first. Focus on clitoral stimulation, but possibly on the back vagina as well. Provide pressure and suction,
Stop it.
The
but
suction.
not too much pressure and not too much.
Yeah, the
suction
suction. I mean,
Not no suction.
I don't think it's necessary at all. Mm-mm.
Just pressure,
I mean,
not
because
speaking.
honestly,
I
like,
mean, not regularly.
Also,
anyway, like
I've heard
every
that like
once in
you
a while,
shouldn't
just to-
blow into the vagina or you might kill her.
What?
Is that
like a balloon.
That's funny. I've
this
never
is how
heard
much
that.
I don't know.
Imagine being uncomfortable, but I've never heard that.
All right, now to the more
What
important
would
thing
this ask you to do?
Blow her mind.
here. I think I might try that.
And then give her a nice little flip.
I see what's gonna happen. You know, he's going to let's find out. But no, really
Tell us how
though.
that
Oh my god.
Back to the more interesting part
This
of
is
how to get
fucked
head
up.
to a guy. So we'll follow the same format here, girls.
Okay.
What y'all think is correct?
So, yes, hands are important.
Hand motion is
Hands are
important.
very
And
important.
it makes it easier on your face.
That's true.
Yeah.
And two, I know a lot of girls have asked me about this, and it's just like, it is called a blowjob, but you do not
don't
suck
blow.
and you do not blow.
Yes, amen.
The goal is to make it feel as much like sex as possible, and your vagina is not going to suck or blow on anything. So, don't do it.
Yeah, that's weird.
I had
But-
Maybe
Why
a
are
little
you
bit of
about the
suction, but I just
sucking?
can't imagine that blowing is.
It's called sucking dick. Which
So we
means
should
that
retire
if your
blowjob.
mouth is just on there with absolutely no suction whatsoever, no.
Okay,
No.
I totally disagree with that.
I
can get a
also
guy to
disagree.
go in less than 3 minutes. No sucking.
You don't
Do you
provide
say
this-
more?
I don't. I guess can't imagine that. There has to be.
Give me
There should be a
5.
little bit of suction there. Unless you're really good at deep.
I mean,
deep
do
throating.
you want
Honestly,
like a
that's
fucking
fine.
vacuum?
No, not saying a vacuum. Okay, look. I'm gonna say if you're a girl. What is this?
Can we get another guy to call in? Because, like,
It's true. She can die.
I mean, yeah, it's true. A girl can die from blowing into a vagina.
but how much blowing has to be involved?
It's a very rare occurrence, but when air is blown or forced directly into a vagina without allowing any air to escape, an air embolism, the abnormal presence of air in the cardiovascular system, could form, which can be fatal. And that's it. Don't blow into vaginas and don't try it out. Like I said, if you are a master deep throater and can like really get it going up and down, then suction may or may not be needed.
And you don't, but the thing is, you don't even have to deep throat it. Honestly, some guys aren't big enough to do that. You just have to know how to make your mouth feel tight enough.
Well, how do you make your
You
mouth
use your
tight without
tongue.
suction? Okay, either pressure or suction. Either way, it should not just feel
obviously-
like my dick is in a wet hole. That's what I'm saying. I've had blowjobs before where literally I can barely feel anything. It's like my dick is in it's a wet hole. Either you gotta add some suction or put your tongue, add pressure with the tongue or something.
Okay, I agree. Like, you have to actually be able to... Oh, phone call. Hello? Sex or X?
Hi, my question is for the colored gentleman on the left.
Yes.
Now,
I'm gonna
my
assume it's one of your
girlfriend,
friends.
whenever she gives me a blowjob, she literally blows on it. How do I politely tell her to stop?
Stop using the term blowjob and start saying "suck my dick." That might give her.
That might
that
help
might,
out.
or
I mean, don't say it like that.
Well, don't say it like that. I would just say, next time she does it, okay.
But it-
Gentleman on the
Just have her casually have this up on your laptop and be like, oh, I was watching this, but don't play the question you just asked.
No, really though. Just like tell her that, hey, when you blow on it, it feels kind of cold and it's uncomfortable.
Or you can get an aneurysm or whatever that thing was.
Yeah. Okay, let's get some more girl advice on how to give head.
Okay, so if it does take longer than a few minutes,
Which you should. Unless the guy this gets weird.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna come up with head in 3 minutes. Maybe 5, but not 3.
okay.
Rotational.
So, I mean, if you're doing it for more than just a couple minutes, there's going to be like a buildup of saliva in your mouth, obviously, and you have to swallow it in a way that isn't necessarily like awkward or messy. The best way I've found to do it is like use your hand and then come up to the tip, close your fingers at the top, and go back down like he's basically going back in for sex, because it's just like the tight feeling makes it feel like you didn't even stop. So.
Impressive.
Oh my
Seamless.
God.
Touche.
Yeah.
I will also say that if you're using your hands,
I am blown away by you.
it will feel even better if the shaft is wet.
Yeah, lube makes it
No,
so
I
much
didn't
easier.
say lube.
Okay, Justin's anti-lube, but I think lube
Don't go out there and
works.
buy lube. You don't need.
I just don't want
If you
that in my
have lube,
mouth.
use it.
I agree. You're using. We have a mouth.
Okay,
It's
if
already
you're being
wet. Why
minimalist,
the
then
hell do
okay.
need-
But if you
need
have lube and you like it, it helps out.
Okay, like I said,
If you're giving head to Justin, don't use lube.
It feels better. You don't.
Otherwise, do what you like.
Like I
Do what you
said,
want.
if you're giving head, what I'm saying
To
is
Justin.
that don't neglect the shaft. The head is the most important part, yes. It has the most nerve endings, but lick up and down the shaft. You know, get that nice and wet before you start frictioning your hands all over.
And don't be afraid to play with it a little bit first. Not like play with it,
The ball
but like
sack too.
About like porn stars spit, like when they spit on it.
Yeah.
that weirds me out.
Jade asked
Like-
about the porn stars that spit
Yeah,
on
okay. The
dicks.
question was, how do you feel? Yeah, you get
Extra showily.
call it real quick. We'll get to that.
Hello, SexRX.
All right, let's be honest here. A vagina is much more disgusting than a dick. How many blowjobs should a guy get before he eats a girl out?
Negative.
Zero.
0.
None.
I will completely concur that on the scale of disgustingness, vaginas have a much greater potential to be more disgusting than the dick. But at the
Yeah.
same time, if the girl's
Girls
vagina, if you're
wash.
disgusted by the girl's vagina, then you probably
Reconsider.
shouldn't be with her.
Yeah.
You're
I mean, if
probably
it's
gay.
clean,
Come
it's
see
not.
me.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
But so the other question was, how do we feel about porn star spit action? It just depends on what kind of sex you're having. If you're over there having nice, intimate, loving sex, and the next thing you know, she hawks the spit on you, then you know that's out of place.
I love
But,
you so
know,
much.
If you guys are being really aggressive and going at, you know, the hair pulling, the raunchiness and shit, and she hawks one on there, then that's all part of what kind of sex you're having. I guess kind of depends there. You know?
Good Lord.
Otherwise,
So
lightly
also-
drizzle it.
Something to watch out for when you are giving head. People who give head.
We have a question here on my Twitter.
So when you're giving head,
Okay, well, another question.
you have to be very careful about teeth.
Oh yes,
Oh,
thank
yeah.
God for being
Because
Yeah.
because if you aren't not experienced in giving head, or if you're receiving head from someone who's sort of doesn't exactly know what they're doing, it can be painful, right?
quite painful.
And so the way to ensure that this doesn't happen is to do this and to cover it, like act like your grandpa.
Just open your fucking mouth. I don't see the need to know all that. I'm sorry. There's no reason that your teeth should
Damn.
be grazing the guy's head over and over and over again. You can feel your teeth touch the skin.
Yeah.
Don't let that shit happen. You put teeth in the skin, open your mouth wider. It's painful.
No,
I mean, imagine if a guy gets sat there and nibbled on your clit for freaking 10, 15 minutes. How the hell you feel about that?
Justin's irritated.
Well, that's my biggest
So
thing.
I'm giving you a technique to avoid this.
Old grandma.
Yeah. If you think you're going to have a problem,
If you think you're going to have a problem, especially if you're new to
Or wear a
this,
mouth guard.
right?
Mhm.
Do
and
this
like
sort of thing.
eventually you learn to relax your jaw, which is how you will eventually learn to deep throat.
I also think, like, my personal take on deep throating is it's not really necessary.
It isn't
It's
necessary.
not necessary, but damn, does it feel good.
And I would also say that if you can deep throat, one of the really cool things to do would be to get a lot of it in there and then make some sort of do some sort of vibration with your voice,
fancy motherfucker.
or just
wow.
or
I've never heard of like singing.
like deep throat.
Wow.
Like,
That's some amazing skill. Honestly, if you can
would
train
be
yourself to release your
phenomenal.
gap reflex for that would be
Justin.
Let's try that.
And I'll give you a 5-star dinner.
I also have to say that all about the head.
Yeah, that's like the
all-
primary focus
Time
is
out.
the head.
Wait, what about the balls? Like, does that
The
factor
balls
in at all?
are definitely should not be neglected, but I'm talking about basics here. Is focus on the head. Once
balls
you
can
get
be
used to the
neglected.
basics, they can be.
So we're gonna do a 200 level head giving.
We can
course.
do 200 level. Right now we're.
This is 101.
I feel like the balls don't necessarily have to be neglected.
The area in between
What's
the
that
shaft and
little-
balls, or the,
Oh.
or the ball and the anus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
could be-
really big turn off.
But you gotta be sensitive though, because if you start inching too close up to the anus, that's gonna turn a lot of guys off. So
Some guys like it.
some guys do like it though. But
You just
definitely,
gotta communicate.
Also, like, I mean, like I said, you can get the job done literally just by sucking properly or going up and down properly on the head, but that gets boring after like
And you get
the
tired.
second time you get head like that. So I mean, like, so lift up and down the shaft. Use your hands. Show the balls some love.
And guys, if the girl is giving you a blowjob,
Do not touch
do
her
not
head.
touch her head.
Do not touch
If
her
a guy
head.
does that to me, I stop.
I thoroughly disagree with that. That's just silly. I would understand
That's
if you're
just
saying
silly.
don't push down on the head.
No, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I mean, I understand
Like,
like just touching
I mean,
it.
the guy.
But-
I mean, I like.
Excuse
if
me,
a
I
guy
know
can't
I'm
rub his
doing-
hand through your fingers. Is that not all right?
No, yeah, no, that's
That's
fine.
okay.
Do not like.
Don't push down on it. That's a reasonable question.
No playing
All
basketball.
right. So our
Yeah.
question, our last minute question here on my Twitter is, do guys